This is Dabu 7. A heads up here as we've got a new bulletin issued by DHS. And if we go over here to Homeland Security's page, we can see at this National Terrorism Advisory System alert page that there's a new bulletin. And it says that the United States remains in a heightened threat environment, as noted in previous bulletins, and several recent attacks have highlighted the dynamic and complex nature of the threat environment. In the coming months, we expect the threat environment to become more dynamic, and several high-profile events could be exploited to justify acts of violence against a range of possible targets. These targets could include public gatherings, faith-based institutions, schools, racial and religious minorities, government facilities and personnel, U.S. critical infrastructure like the grid, internet, the media, and perceived ideological opponents. They say that threat actors have recently mobilized to violence due to factors such as personal grievances, reactions to current events, and adherence to violent extremist ideologies. So foreign adversaries, they say, including terrorist organizations and nation-state adversaries, also remain intent on exploiting the threat environment to promote or inspire violence, to sow discord, or to undermine the U.S. This is telling me, it should tell all of you, the writing's on the wall for a series of events that's about to take place. It doesn't get any clearer than this when the alphabet gangs come out and make a huge statement like this, that there's going to be a big uptick in events, in violent events. You might as well just say shootings. They didn't mention the word one time throughout this. They say mass casualty violence that is carried out often by lone offenders in small groups. You see where this goes?
Good morning, good people. And in today's episode of the Supreme Court is now a rogue and dangerous institution. What you have here is essentially the new map of the United States of America. If you live within this gold border, being called the 100-mile border enforcement zone, you no longer have Fourth Amendment protection against illegal searches and seizures. In a 6-3 vote, their argument was Fourth Amendment protections don't apply at the border. 60% of the U.S. population just lost their Fourth Amendment rights. And within this border are 9 of the 10 largest cities in the country. We ain't safe.
The show, Congressman French Hill. Congressman, we always enjoy having you on. Let's move on to this. You know, the White House and Democrats keep blaming inflation on the supply chain crisis, but we've got this new development, and it's a dangerous one. There's a growing number of truck drivers now quitting because soaring gas prices are wiping out their paychecks. They're talking $1,000 fill-ups at one time. We're already, at the gas pump. We're already 80,000 truckers short. More than 70% of freight is transported by truck drivers. This is pretty dangerous stuff.
Well, Liz, it's great to be back with you, and you're 100% right. There's nothing more integral to our supply chain logistics than having enough well-paid, competent truck drivers in this country. As you point out, we're short drivers now due to the baby boom generation retiring, many of the Biden mandates on employment, the vaccine mandates by the Biden administration, and now we're up 70% on diesel prices. If you're in a fleet, if you are a fleet driver for a big company like Walmart or J.B. Hunt, you probably have a price escalator in there for your diesel costs. It's up 70% from last year. But if you're an entrepreneur, a self-made truck driver working, you're paying almost $2,000, $2,200 a week, up almost $900, and you're in the spot market for fuel. You don't have a hedge or any sophisticated support.
Yeah.
That's what's killing them.
You know, it's an important point you make. I mean, truckers are so vital to our economy. It's a tough job that they do, right? We got to hand it to the truck drivers what they do for us in our country. You know, hats off to them. But remember when the Energy Secretary basically laughed out loud when she was asked about increasing U.S. production to help lower gas prices? Watch this.
What is the Granholm plan to increase oil production in America?
Oh my God, that is hilarious. Would that I had the magic wand on this. The message is we need to increase supply at this moment so that people will not be hurt during the winter months.
Did you hear that, Congressman? On one hand, she's saying, I don't have a magic wand. Well, yeah, they've been undercutting U.S. energy from day one. But then she's saying we need more supply.
They declared a national emergency because we're about to have rolling blackouts this summer. They've been warning of this for a little while now, saying that we're running out of water on the West Coast and we're having energy problems. And it's going to cause mass blackouts around the United States. Now, this is also being said that the heat is affecting our power grid, and our power grid is weak to everything right now, even cyber attacks or aka EMP attack. Don't forget, we're still on the verge of World War III, and things are breaking up on almost every side of the world right now, and also in a food crisis and everything right now. I knew they were going to declare a national emergency. Who wouldn't? I knew they were going to do that. Then we got the gun laws and the WHO. I mean, any normal person right now should be feeling like something just ain't right. Maybe I'm crazy.
Y'all made a post about this earlier. Gas was $3.75. It would take me $100 to fill up my tank. Now it's $4.30, and I was at a half a tank and put 60 bucks in, and it only took it 3/4 of a tank. They're mixing something with the gas to conserve fuel for the war that we're now in with Russia. Ukraine was a rehearsal. Russia just came out with it. They've also did something to the pumps where we're not getting as much as what we think we are. Yeah,